So Raw happened. Yeah, hi already, folks, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for your early morning late at date Raw review. Um, for a show that's supposed to, be a great fallout for SummerSlam, that first 2 night SummerSlam, and a lot of things happened. It seems like, unfortunately, WWE's not capitalizing. Well, this is not even just a WWE thing. This is AEW. They fail on capitalizing basically big moments that happen, and it's like really just sadly more about just what shock value and getting a pop. Like as much as I loved SummerSlam, it was great to be there. It was great to be at night 2. I loved it. It was great. It's probably gonna be, but thinking about it, it's probably gonna be my last time like going for like a show that has meaning. You know what I mean? Because like now at this, I obviously I went because again for the experience. I went there because it was probably gonna be the last time you could have like legit an interesting show like that would probably make me intrigued of. But for a show like Raw, which is supposed to follow up SummerSlam and hopefully continue something, seems that WWE basically just not only just does the same shit, but it's like it just literally this whole maintenance, slow garbage build, and not even really building to anything. It's just really getting tiring. You know what I mean? Because why should I care, honestly, now that after SummerSlam is over? What should I care about now? Like, really? Oh, wow. Rollins is champion. Okay. What is he doing? He's really just... Okay, great. He's going to be the face of Raw as now officially the World Heavyweight Champion with this faction, which we still have no explanation why they joined together. And we still have no explanation that why Rollins joined with Heyman. We don't know why Heyman really turned on Punk. We really don't know why Heyman turned on Reigns. It's really just, again, the same garbage shit, unfortunately. It has, do I hate the idea of having a faction like this? No, but it should have been explained better. Should have had better direction. It just sucks that, unfortunately, like, nothing really is progressing. There's no real stories that are progressing. And the fact that Rollins is world champion, kind of like, let's be honest here, Rollins has never really been a great world champion. Not even as a face or a heel. Like, if you remember the past few times that Rollins has been champion for Raw, the ratings have gone down. So, I don't know what to really say. Like, is he even going to be, like, this interesting World Heavyweight Champion, for crying out loud? I can tell you from this instance, I'm not even intrigued. I don't even care. It's just a great, wow, Rollins is champion. Like, I really care? It's not exciting. It's not, like, great heel work. But whatever. I mean, you could say, oh, why it just happened. Give it a chance. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, what? It's been, how many times Rollins has been champion? This is like his 4th title reign. I mean, I think he had like he won the title, but it was like very short before. Like back in like 2016. But yeah, so he basically is now like a 5-time champion. The thing is, though, every time when he had his like long reign as champion, he's like the ratings has gone significantly down, and he has failed to really. So like the chances is gone. He had chances to be a babyface champion and a heel champion, and they all failed. Okay, sure, this is like his like 2nd time being a heel champion. See if it progress. But I'm sorry, what is going on? Like it's like he's been a heel for this entire time. It's like it's not only the same thing. It's not really that exciting. Like, I'm sorry. It's just not. Okay? I'm not intrigued. I'm not, like, I don't really care much. So, I don't know what to say. Plus, it doesn't help that this is really just copying and pasting the whole Bloodline thing. That's literally what they're doing, by the way. They're just copying and pasting. Like, that's also the problem. They're literally copying and pasting what they're doing with what they did with the Bloodline, with this time with Paul Heyman. It's literally like copying and pasting it's copying your homework and just changing up type of deal. That's what it is. It's nothing even original. You know what they say? Fuck the don't fuck with the original, right? This is just basically a fucking remake, and it's fucking garbage. I don't know what to tell you. We had Paul Heyman. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Make this clear to never this to you. I am the GOAT. I'm not just the greatest of all time. I am your humble oracle. Humbled by the fact that I stand here tonight in the presence of the future of the league. Like, what the future? We had Rollins like, I'm the future. Like, oh my god, every time it's like, oh, I'm the future this, I'm the future that, everything. Like, how many times, it's been 10 fucking years that Rollins says he's the future. And, like, guess what? The future is garbage, okay? There is no future. The future has been going on for 10 years. Sooner or later, guys like Cena, Lesnar, freaking, what's his name? Cena, Lesnar, freaking Goldberg is gone. Taker is gone. Only going to be their appearances for just, disappear or whatever. A lot of these guys. Triple H is retired. CM Punk apparently is going to be soon retired. What else are you going to have to make people care about the show? I don't know. You're the future, you're like, alright, you're not the future, you're the now, and then you're terrible. I don't know. Anyways, Heyman says, the big dog who patrols the yard, Braun Breaker, humbled by the fact that I stand here tonight in the same ring as a tribal thief, the owner of the Shula Fala, Big Bronson Reed. Now, at this point, I would like to introduce you to the champ, the OTC, but Roman hasn't been champ for over a year. The best in the world, CM Punk, who hasn't been chained long enough to have his side plates changed, and wasn't part of the Saturday Night main event. Not only Saturday night, not only has CM Punk had one of the greatest matches in history against Gunter, but there was thanking for his chance, bringing back WWE for after a decade. But CM Punk thought he'll be married to that title forever, but he wasn't. But that's because Seth Rollins crashed the wedding. He stole the honeymoon of the title, and she was good. So let's do this properly. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the reigning, defending, undisputed champion, like a Seth Rollins, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Then Seth Rollins like, Brooklyn, shame on you. Shame on you for when I won at WrestleMania. You guys turned on me. You guys, is Roman champion now? Is CM Punk champion now? I am the world champion. This has been building for God long, and this was a plan B. This was a long time coming. You guys think you're so clever, but the family was top secret. Who only knew was my beautiful wife and my beautiful oracle, as this is the Vision. So we kind of got confirmation that this is called now the Vision, that this team and whatever. But it's like, oh, get it? It was all part of plan. We faked an injury. No, for people that say this was a work injury, no. Rollins thought he was hurt. Okay, he called an audible. He thought he was hurt. He was probably hurt for only a short time. Okay? Didn't mean that was like a long-term injury? No, so that's why he's most likely okay. So most likely, again, it was just a freaking work injury. It was started as an injury, became a work, whatever. Okay? So that's what it was. He thought he was hurt. He may have been hurt. Okay? He probably was hurt after the match and couldn't continue. That's why they did what they did. And then eventually, they worked it into the freaking idea to have Rollins instead cash in, which gives him the out and whatever. That's what happened. But obviously, how does that make any sense to get it? Like, why this is apparently a plan B, faking an injury. Yet, again, this guy, he has two guys that are supposed to be protecting him and whatever. It's apparently scared to freaking cash in. I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. LA Knight does question it. LA Knight came out. He says, first of all, congratulations, Visionary. Congratulations, Oracle. Congratulations, morons. Referring to the Bronze. Right now, I'm not here for fight. I'm just here to answer some questions. You left people a lot of questions. A lot of people wondering right now. You're not thinking, man, why? When you had the money back briefcase, you had to fake an injury. Why would you fake an injury? I'm telling you, because you weren't faking the injury to get to you. You were faking the injury to get out of something else. You were, let's just, going back to Saturday Night events. I said I wanted your dignity. I wanted to hurt you. And you had to fake an injury that you didn't act like you didn't stand a chance against me. But to your credit, you got 8 with BFT. I got the 3 count. But at this point, you pull the wool of everyone's eyes. I think that you're blind to yourself. You got a visionary with no vision, and even Oracle didn't see it coming because I'm off enjoying a little bit of time off, a little vacation. I seen you cash in. I had to get to Brooklyn to knock some sense into the eye. I want to hurt you real bad, and I would even take that World Heavyweight title. Yeah, and then he challenges him to the match tonight, and then to get it, the typical heel, which, you know, if anything, you make people lose faith that get it. Oh, you know, we're not gonna have a world title match. No. You know, you want a title match? Oh, guess what? No. So that happened, but then eventually, for some reason, they decided. So Adam Pearce, he actually, for some reason, and this is actually, I will give credit to Raw tonight, even though I do think that Adam Pearce is a fucking goofball. I will give credit to Adam Pearce, or I mean, it's not like he's making this, but whatever. I give credit to tonight. Instead of making the fans angry, you know, oh, you know, get it, you're not gonna get this match tonight. Adam Pearce actually was the voice of reason to make this match actually happen. So that set the main event, which, you know, like, oh, you know what? It's Brooklyn. Just because it's Brooklyn, you're gonna make this fucking match? I don't fucking know. Whatever. Regardless, they actually went through this match where they're having it on the show, which I give credit. Like, you know, you don't want to leave. That's actually something, like, you don't want to leave the fans like happy. And it's like, then he eventually said, "Oh, I'm gonna steal something for you, like you stole everyone's senses. You're gonna have Braun and Braun are not gonna be allowed on ringside." Like, okay. The only thing I will have to say is, like, you know what? Like, what's gonna happen if they get involved? Like, you should have made a stipulation, like, if they get involved, you could lose your title. Like, that would have made perfect sense to make sense of the fucking booking, you know what I mean? But whatever. I mean, I'm just really not intrigued of the match, but whatever. I mean, at least it's happening in the freaking, you know, pay-per-view, so I give credit to that somewhat, but it's like, whatever. We see the Judgment Day backstage with Dominic, how they unsmarted AJ, how, like, you know, and then they get confronted by the LWO, and, like, who really cares? Like, great, like, another fucking stupid challenge, like, makes a fucking match cliche. First match, Sheamus versus Rusev as in a double countout, and they basically brawled throughout the entire show, which I guess that was actually the only positive in terms of, like, they progressed throughout the show. Like, you know, they were, like, brawling throughout the show, even though it looked goofy as fuck. But whatever, it is what it is. By the way, fun fact, there was one guy I know who was a bodyguard of this, so shout out to him. I'm going to keep this private because I actually know the guy who was part of the bodyguards. He's actually a fellow trainee, you know, so God bless him. I'm happy for him. He was there on the show. A little shout out to him. Second match, Penta defeats Grayson Waller backstage. They had the New Day mourning, and Grayson Waller tried to comfort them, and I guess he trying to get blacked by those dudes, but eventually Penta, like, hey, cabron, you want some of my pico? Like, I don't know, and then like, they all got tacoed, I don't know. Who cares? Penta fucking won. It's whatever. Then we see fuck it, whatever. You know, Sheamus and Rusev, they're brawling again, and yeah. Throughout the show, we got a bunch of recaps, by the way, for SummerSlam. So that was their way of falling out SummerSlam. It's just referencing to SummerSlam, which is like, okay, can we actually get something like a Fallout and legit Fallout? Unfortunately, no. So what they did, like, we got a video package with Brock Lesnar, and then Michael Cole says, like, you know, our sources tell us that it's been 3 weeks ago since Brock Lesnar was cleared of anything of what's going on involved with him, and now it was time for coming back home, and we will get an explanation on SmackDown there. So we have to basically wait till SmackDown to get the real go-home, the real Fallout, basically, that people actually care for. This is the problem with WWE, you know? Monday Night Raw, the first show of the freaking right after SummerSlam. I mean, yes, it's not WrestleMania, basically, right? It's you know, SummerSlam is kind of like, you know, it is kind of like a middle of the year type of celebration. It's not like it's gonna be WrestleMania where it's like a new beginning type of deal. But like, for crying out loud, like, when you're trying to make SummerSlam a biggest party of the summer, and you know people are gonna fucking care, like, so you should actually fucking follow up. You know, there was no fucking off breaks. There's fucking things you gotta follow up, for crying out loud. That's how it's supposed to be every fucking year. This is just WWE being fucking lazy. You know what I mean? Like, why wasn't Cena on this show? He's a fucking free agent. Why is he, like, apparently, like, only on SmackDown now? Why not we get Lesnar and Cena on both shows, for crying out loud? I don't know. Whatever. This is not my fucking company. I don't care. Then we got Ric Flair Jr. The Nature Boy, the Nature Boy, and Alexa Bliss. They show up and then they have some stupid banter. Like, get it? You know, they get it. It's all cutesy and they can't get along. And it's like I'm watching preschool language, for crying out loud. They're like, for some reason, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, they're speaking like they're fucking trying to fucking do a kids show, for crying out loud. I was like, my intelligence was insulted, actually. Charlotte was like, this is my first, you deserve a chance. And then like they fucking, like, for some reason they mentioned like, oh, what are you gonna say something? You know, I think you're gonna say the F word. You're such a pain in my A word. Then like what the fuck does that mean? Like, so like Charlotte, like, she kept mentioning the A word, like, instead of saying, I guess, ass or whatever. It's like, bitch, you don't even have an ass. And second of all, like, who the fuck, or like, what kind of fucking show am I watching? Some preschool shit? This was fucking terrible, by the way. Their stupid fucking banter was an insult to my intelligence. Like, get it? They're not friends. I don't care. It's just like, what kind of shit is this? Like, fucking, you see Stone Cold and Mick Foley were not friends. Stone Cold and The Undertaker, they were not friends. And all these odd couple scenarios. And they didn't need to fucking do garbage language, for crying out loud. Some gay banter for God knows what reason, what this was. Like, holy shit. And then freaking the Judgment Women came out like, oh, get it, we want our shots and whatever. But, you know, we don't earn we have to earn a shot now. Like, I don't understand, why is that a thing? Like, as much as I'm tired of like so many rematches, the purpose of rematches should be like, you know, if you lose the title, that's like the rematch clause. It makes sense. It's supposed to help like stories and whatever. So I don't have a problem if you're doing like a rematch clause for a fucking title match. But for crying out loud, who the hell cares anyways about this shit? Whatever they came out how they're coming for the tag titles, and then even the fucking champs like, we'll beat your A words in Brooklyn, and it's like, who the like, what kind of language is this? I don't know. Anyways, Adam Pearce like, you know, screw it, it's Brooklyn, it's Raw after SummerSlam, we'll have this title match. And it's like, he's cornballish. Like, what the fuck is this? But whatever, we got this shitty match to waste time. It was basically the same match from fucking SummerSlam, except it's like probably less intriguing, because it's like, who the hell cares? We kind of know the scenario. And then Alexa and yeah. Backstage, what's her Rhea and Io, they talk. Apparently Io got permission that she's gonna have a title match on freaking next week's Raw and whatever. So much for, like, making this Raw big, huh, supposedly, even though I don't fucking care, whatever. Rhea says, like, you know, it doesn't matter, I just hope I will face you and I'll become champion, and then I'll beat you for once or for all. And then Io says, you'll never beat me. It's like, yeah, shut up. Like, how many times this is gonna keep going? What's his name? Oh yeah, Dominic Mysterio defeats Dragon Lee because of a bunch of Americanos or whatever. I don't know. Oh yeah, backstage was like, Lyra Valkyria says she's done with Bayley. She wants nothing to do with her, especially what happened with SummerSlam. Then we had Becky Lynch coming out, which, to my surprise, and I can't believe I'm saying this, was probably the only, like, legit best thing in the show, even though I'm not saying it was, like, legit great, but you know what, fuck it, it was probably the only thing because of the circumstances that were said in this show. But the fact that this show was only highlighted by a ownage, just, like, what does that tell you about this fucking show, you know? Becky Lynch came out. She says, ding dong, Lyra is gone. She's no longer have opportunities as long as I'm the champion. Oh yeah, by the way, Becky Lynch has like new music. She debuted at SummerSlam, if I didn't mention it. I don't hate it, but I don't care for it. It's better than the it's better than that shitty song, I guess. I don't know. She says now it's time for new challengers and new competitors, but she understands that, you know, stand in the ring with me, it'll be, that they will understand their step in the ring with the greatest female wrestler of all time, but that's not just saying it. A lot of people saying it, Sports Illustrated saying it, but it won't be tonight because we are not opening the floor tonight because physically I'm fine, but, and then she gets interrupted by Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella What's up, Brooklyn? I gotta tell you, Nikki, Becky, you are one of the greatest of all time. Like, the greatest. Like, yeah, thank you. I'm so proud of your accomplishments. And she's like, thank you. You're like, thank you, means a lot. I always respected you, actually. And they all like, but then, oh my God, I gotta thank you. But, you turned out to be a disappointment, though. So it's like, what is it? Are you praising her or are you not? Like, what the fuck am I fucking watching? Are you fucking, like, retarded? Like, holy shit. You're supposed to be raising a generation, but then you're handcuffing them, and I came back to test myself because of this division, the best division that's ever been, right? But then, I see you've been, you got really jealous. Like, oh, I saw you got really jealous. That's why you came back and, stopped the people like Lyra or whatever. And then Becky Lynch, she's like said, like, oh, no, I don't talk about me in Hollywood, I was featured on the hottest movie that's on Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix, but wait a minute, weren't you in it? You got cut, didn't you? Because you didn't reach extend behind these ropes. I got you cut because there's only room for one of us. It's not gonna be you. Like, this was after, like, Nikki, like, oh, Hollywood's not enough for you, and whatever, and then Nikki Bell, you know what, Becky, listen, I'm sick of this, I'm not buying these, you're a liar, just like your husband, and the difference is that we all brought Seth lies, nobody buys your BS, no one knows, because you know what, Becky, I see right through you, you're the same insecure little girl that came into this division, that's why we never fought or whatever, and then Becky Lynch says, like, okay, you do not talk about me and my hot husband. Me and my hot husband are the greatest wrestling couple of all time. But wait a minute. At one point, if that would have been you and your... Oh, wait. You can't see him anymore. Which, I will admit, this was, like, the best thing probably on the show. Like, this was actually the best thing that Becky Lynch has done in her fucking career. This actually was the best thing that Becky Lynch did in her entire career. That's it. Just because she had to diss John Cena, which is kind of like, it's been kind of repetitive because some people have already done it. But I would say, like, this is, like, the best, like, we've seen. It would be freaking perfect. Like, if they're actually going to feud, Becky got to use that whole divorce thing against her, too. Like, she better fucking mention, like, normally it's the man that gets screwed, but it's funny to see that you are getting screwed by the system because you're just that much of a hoe bag, and you can't even probably see your son. That's why you came here, to only be able to see your son, or else you can't see him anymore. Like, that would be freaking mega ownage. Like, we need to see more of that. That's what we need. We need to see more of that, and act like that's what I'm hoping to see. So yeah, like, little fun realistic shit. It would be kind of funny if, like, we see, like, Nikki Bella tries to, like, get with John Cena. Like, that would be also interesting storytelling, don't you think? Showing, like, that would have been, like, some mega, like, like, heat, you know what I mean? Or that would, like, why not just show that she's a hoe bag? Why not? I don't know. Regardless, then eventually Becky, like, Nikki was almost like she was, like, gonna cry, for God's sakes. Then Nikki says, this isn't your era, I hate to break it to you, and this is not my era, and, if you were too scared to take me on one-on-one before, how about you go on one-on-one for the Winter title, or whatever. And then eventually, you know what, we never want to be close, and then she, like, sucker punched her, or whatever. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. We then see backstage how Naomi says, I feel great winning my title, but I want to make it clear, like, shut up the rumors. I will beat Io Sky. And then Stephanie Vaquer interrupts and, like, it doesn't matter who's champion because La Prima will be champion. And then, like, whatever. And then Naomi just says, doesn't matter. You're gonna leave it will be me facing you, but you'll be living in a limp at Paris. Bois or something. And then eventually, Sami Zayn, like, he got, like, for some reason, he was, like, cutting a promo, like, I want to be the world champion, I want to be a world champion, I want to be something, I want to be the best, and it's like, oh, God, like, oh, yeah, I just want to be champion, like, stupid dreaming type of shit. It's like, how is this believable to be a fucking future, like, this is just dumb, you know what I mean, like, oh, like, Sami Zayn is a fucking dreaming character. Like, he just, it cuts my dream and blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, so you mentioned Karrion Kross, like, how I didn't use the the pipe. I could have, but I didn't because I want to be the better person than I am and whatever. And we didn't even get Cross saying that he was wrong. We didn't even get that, by the way. So much for that stipulation, crying out loud. But then eventually, like, Sami Zayn got involved with Sheamus and Rusev, which looked fucking corny at that point. But then eventually, Rusev punches Sami because Sami got involved for no reason. And then eventually that makes it like his problem, like whatever. And we're getting a match because of that. Wow. What a... Who cares? The main event, Seth Rollins defeated LA Knight by disqualification for the World Heavyweight Championship. But yeah, disqualification because Punk got involved. Eventually, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker came out to attack... Punk. There was a central beat Punk and LA Knight, and then eventually, they got taken out, but then Roman Reigns came out. So Roman Reigns came out right after Punk. So he just comes out and immediately looks weak. Like, my God. Like, so how am I supposedly that Punk is supposed to be this fucking world champion, this former world champion now, and then this guy is, like, weak to get overwhelmed by these people? I don't know. Like, I don't know. But then Roman Reigns came out, and then Roman Reigns, like, he stops, whatever, the Brawns and Seth Rollins, but then he gets distracted, and then eventually got stomped, and then they all beat him down, too. So they're able to beat down 3 people. So much for like a babyface. Like, yeah, but that's the thing. The baby faces are like outnumbering the heels almost at times. And we're supposed to feel bad for the baby faces. I don't know. I don't know. But then we see Bronson Reed takes Roman's shoe again. It would have been funny if like just squashes them or whatever. But I guess it's funny. This should be like a recurring thing for Bronson Reed, that he just steals shoes. I will say that's something I give credit to Bronson Reed. That's actually something good. But yeah, the show ends with with Rollins' vision standing tall like usual. But yeah, Roman just looks. I understand Roman looks weak, along with Punk. They're supposed to be the supposed outlaws to be able to fight off against this vision, and who cares? It's also feels like, why is the babyface also outnumbering, and then they still get beaten down easily? I don't know how that's the point. This is feels like they should have had a 4th man. This is why you should either add a Karrion Kross, or add maybe even, I don't know, would I even say somebody who's freaking, I don't know, could benefit from being heel, a big heel, you know what I mean? I don't know. I was saying I don't know. I'm not even not even just Karrion Kross, but somebody I don't know, some fucking guy they can utilize could be heel. I don't know. But regardless, yeah, I don't know. It just feels like the same shit. And now Roman Reigns got taken out, and apparently he's gonna be gone for a few months now. It just great. What is there to look forward to that now SummerSlam is gone? I'm tired of the same cycle. It's always, SummerSlam, we have to wait. Then WrestleMania, we have to wait. It's we have to wait for always these fucking shows, rather than, I don't know, try to have everything exciting, throughout each month, for God's sakes. And Punk be looking fucking old as shit, I don't know. I mean, I understand he's old. I get it. But fuck. Holy shit. The guy legit looks like he can't even fucking fight for crap. So how am I supposed to believe he can fight against Rollins? So much for that fucking feud. I don't even know what the hell is going on for the fucking... what is there being built for Clash in Paris, for crying out loud? I don't know. Now Roman's gonna be gone too, and then I'm just I don't care. That's it. It's just Raw. It's just it's the same shit. I mean, sure, okay. Adam Pearce, they finally did something where, get it, they don't just cock tease the fans. They finally did get it, we're gonna get this match tonight. That was the only positive. And then I guess the Nikki Bella insult, that was funny, but it's whatever. Other than that, what is there to look forward to with Raw? It was so fucking boring, okay? Just because there was a few decent things. Rusev and Sheamus was not a terrible match, but just other than that, but who really cares? There's no real story, really. Other than those little things, dude, which is little things, it does not save the show to make the show fun. This was not a fun show. This was boring. Even if I was there in person, which I'm glad I did not get a ticket, it would not have been exciting. At least with SummerSlam, like, there's things that happen and exciting things, but that's it. You know? You can tell, like, people actually could like that show. This show, like, wow, you just basically failed on utilizing the fallout of SummerSlam and just made a boring fucking show. That's what it was. This show sucked. Till next time, peace, yeah, bye. Oh yeah, one more thing. So Jay did not show up in the end of the show. There was like Jay chants. I mean, who really cares? What's the point? It was just what? Oh, okay, babyface is standing taller than the heels. How would that make any sense? But regardless, like, who cares? The show sucked.